Hi everybody, let's introduce you to my new Galaxy mug press. Well, here it is. I've finally got rid of my old press which I've had for about 10 years. I've got one of these brand new Galaxy mug presses. I think it's the Galaxy Pro GS202 as it's got on the actual instruction label here at the time. Now I'm pretty lucky to own this one at the moment because this is a sort of a just pre-production model, and as you can probably see, it matches my Galaxy heat press there, which is my standard heat press now, which I use for my t-shirt printing business. It's actually the same design and the same controls on it, so everything's exactly the same as that. Now this mug press here benefits from a 350 watt element. It does your standard 10 and 11 ounce standard size coffee mugs, and the controls are very, very easy to operate, as I'll show you again, like I did with the Galaxy heat press. So let's have a little closer look at it and let's just see what it's all about. Right, well, looking at the design from my mug press as I've shown you there, you can see that the familiar control panel and the famous green colour of the Galaxy presses is exactly the same on this model here. And as you can see, there's the actual specification there. This is the 220 volt version. I'm using it in the UK, so that's what we're looking at there. And the heat element here is interchangeable, and the company I got this from, which was Sublimation, will actually be keeping a range of spare elements as well. And it's only 4 screws there and also a plug. If I go around the back there and lift it up, you can see where the controller actually plugs in there, so it's very easy to disconnect. No tools needed really, just as I say, a simple unscrew of the connector and the 4 mounting screws there. The lever again is a push to open and push to close lever with an adjustable ball on there for increasing or decreasing the pressure depending on the thickness of your mugs, because some mugs, as you probably well know, do come slightly thicker or thinner depending from where you get them from. Now as you can see, the actual mug holder, which is the actual blanket there which it sits in there, I've been informed that you don't need as much pressure, so as you could probably see there, you just would slide the mug in through one of the sides, and there's plenty of overhang on the actual heating element there, and again you just hold it up like that and then you close it in position like that, and it's as simple as that. So you don't need as much pressure as what I was using on my old mug, I've been told. And Sublimation actually claim that it doesn't take as long to heat up. They also claim it will press a mug image in a shorter time than the press that I've been using for the last 10 years. So we'll be putting that to the test in a minute and actually giving it a test run. I'll give you the times of my old mug and what I used to press as opposed to this new one, and let's see if it can actually deliver what they say. So let's get it set up now and we'll start pressing some mugs. Right, well, those of you who are familiar with my workstation will know exactly where we are here. The actual control knob for the on and off switch is exactly the same with the Galaxy heat press. It's on the back there, so that's your on and off switch. And you've also got a circuit protector pop-out button there as well, in case there is a problem with the unit, and that will actually trip the circuit out, and you can just reset it like that. The connector is a standard 3-pin plug there, and we're going to plug that in now and see how it goes. Right, okay, so I'm going to switch it on now, and again we've got the same old familiar settings as with the Galaxy heat press. In other words, it starts off at 70 degrees C. Although it's not reaching 70 degrees C, it will heat up very, very quickly, and as soon as it registers 70 and above, you'll see the actual climber heat up. So what you've got here also is your set button, which you just touch once, which is touch sensitive. So we're going to press it once, and you can see there the temp is set at 185 degrees. Well, I used to press mine at 200 degrees, so this is a lower temp. You can raise or lower the temp depending on what you want, but they recommended to me 185 degrees, so I'm going to go with that. We touch it again and we set the time. Now the time duration is 135 seconds. I used to set mine for 180 seconds, which was 3 minutes. So this is 2 minutes and 15 seconds, so it's substantially less, so they say, to get the same results. And then you press it again, and now the mug press will continue to heat up. I will say that if you do leave it in the temp set mode or if you leave it in the set the time mode, it won't heat up at all. So you need to actually press it again until you see the solid temperature and the little sunburst ray there to denote that it's actually heating up. So I'm just going to go over to my PC now, and I've actually got an image here which I've created in Photoshop, and I'll just locate it for you. Now this is basically 3 images which I've done on an A4 sheet of sublimation paper, and I've just saved it as a JPEG on my desktop. And all I'm going to do is right click on it and press copy, and then I'm going to open up CorelDRAW 12, which is the program I use for my printer to marry up. And I'm just going to hit the new button, so it creates a new A4 page. And all I'm going to do is put my mouse over the page, right click, and then click paste. And that will drop that image which I've created directly onto the A4 page, and that's all I do in CorelDRAW. I don't do anything else apart from press the print button. So as you can probably see on the screen there, I've got 3 mug wraps. This is an A4 sheet of paper, as I've said to you. I've got 1 mug wrap there, I've got 1 mug wrap there, and I've got 1 mug wrap there. So I'm able to get 3 mug wraps on 1 sheet of A4 paper, and all I'm going to do then is just hit the print button. And this is where a load of people go wrong when they marry their software up with their printer. My printer is a GX33N Ricoh. The uprated model for this one is the 3100 Ricoh printer, and it will operate the same way. Now when you go to this first window here, you want to see the power driver R software highlighted. If you only see the gel sprinter, then you're not going to print out, and it's not going to print with the power driver setting. So you need to make sure that you've got the power driver software selected. Once you've done that, it should be okay. So I'm just going to hit print, and we're going to wait for the image to come out on the A4 sheet. Now don't forget, when you use the power driver software, there's no need for you to actually reverse the image on the actual graphic, because the software automatically does that itself. And also don't forget that these aren't standard inks, these are sublimation inks. It's a special heat activated ink which will react with the actual coating. Although this mug looks white and with nothing on it, ceramic, there's actually an actual polyester coating on these, and that's what the inks are able to bind to once they're heated up. So these ain't just ceramic mugs, these are sublimation mugs. I've done the center one there as a color band check, and I've also done this one here with plenty of black on it, so that you can actually see the definition of the black. And this is a graphic for one of my other YouTube channels as well. So I'm just going to cut these into strips, although you can buy pre-cut strips. This one, for example, is what they call the Die Sub Magic, and Subli Blanks actually sent me these. I've not tried them out yet, and I'll be giving them a go in probably another video. But these are actually pre-cut to size, and as I say, you can actually feed these into your Ricoh printer, whether it be this one or the 3100, and it will go into the actual cartridge there, face down for the printable side. And all you do then is alter your settings in the power driver software. So let me just cut these into strips, and then we'll actually print these on the mugs and see if what they claim is correct with regards to the times. Right, okay, there's our 3 templates there. Let's switch the press on again, because I did turn it off while I was playing about with the printer. So what they're saying is that basically you don't have to preheat. What I used to do with my other press, I used to turn it on, let it get up to 200 degrees, and then put the mug in. The temperature would drop, and I would wait for the temperature to come up before I would put the timer on and count down 3 minutes. You don't do none of that with this press, so they tell me. All you do is you set the temperature to 185, which we've done. You set the timer to 135, which is already done, and all you do is put the wrap around the mug. Let's do this one first. And again, that's just a simple method of centralising the image around the mug. Make sure the handle's in the correct position. And this is the beauty of having straight cut paper rather than just cutting it with scissors. So you can actually line up the edge of the paper with the top of the mug there, as you can see, and it just makes lining up a whole lot easier. More so when you've got these, for example, they're already cut to length, they're the right size, and they're so easy because all the edges are square and straight, and it's just a matter of literally lining the top line up with the mug, as you can see what I'm doing there. So I'm just going to put that around there. Once I'm happy near enough with the location, which I'm quite happy there, I get my heat tape and just get a couple of 2 little ends off of it. like that. Put one on there, just to hold that side. Pull it nice and tight. And then just get another piece. And then put that in there like that. Exactly the same way. So basically that's it, it's held in place now. Now I'm just going to put this in the mug press now. And I'm going to hold the handle up straight and close the handle down once it's in the centre. And it automatically starts to count down until the temperature comes up. None of that takes place here. You're just counting down from 135 seconds, which is 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I used to do mine at 3 minutes. And I've not got a very hard pressure on there at all, although you can wind that knob in and out. And as you can probably see there by the rippling around the element there, there's really not too much pressure on there on the actual mug itself. There's plenty of element to overtake the edge of the mug on both sides there, as you can see. So we're just going to wait now for the audible sound which bleeps to let you know that the mug is cooked. I'll release the handle and then we'll take the mug out and then we'll do another one straight away. So let me get another mug ready now. There's our bleeping. So I'm going to take the mug straight out, pull it out the side, just set it aside for a second. And I'm going to put the other one straight in. There we go, the counter's automatically counting down there. So I'll remove this. Don't forget this mug is very, very hot, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just going to apply a little bit more pressure on that, because we have got a slightly faded bottom edge there, as you can probably see there. The sublimation is actually taken lovely, so I'm well happy with that. All the colours are solid, so I'm really happy with that. But I'm just increasing the pressure a little bit because, as I say, I don't know whether it's moved in transit. There is a lock nut on the back there, which isn't activated, so I possibly should have locked that up. But again, this is our first time of using it, and you're watching with me. So I've just increased the pressure a little bit more there. And, yep, sure enough, all down the centre of the mug. So let me just do the third one. Right, here we go. So we take this one out, we put that to one side, and we'll put the final one in. There we go. Let's put that one in, it starts counting down. Right, we applied a little bit more pressure, as you know, to this one, so let's have a look how this come out. Yes, that one's a lot better, as you can see. Look, so you just needed that extra piece of pressure there to get all the way around the mug. So as you can probably see, we've got very good colour right round to the end now, so that's a nice solid mug there we've got. Let's put that down to cool off there. Now, normally what I would do, I would put them under the tap and cool them off gently in some water. Different people say different things. It's just something I've always done. I was told once, right at the very beginning, that you immerse them in cold water, in other words, to quench them. But I did that earlier on with some mugs and they cracked. But that was probably that I was using inferior mugs. I normally just put a drop of water in, swish it around, move it around, put a drop more water in all over the mug, and then before you know it, then I'll flood the whole mug to cool them right down. They say that's supposed to aid the curing, so I'm not too sure about that. But there we go. That's our mug there. So we'll wait for this final one to print off before we have a final look. But as I say, the colours now actually start to pop. And as I say, I've used some various colour bands there just to see what the mug actually looks like. And yes, I would personally say that them colours have taken lovely. So I'm well happy with that one. This first one, as I said, is a little bit faded around the edge. But that was down to me not checking the wheel and making sure that the tension. Our temperature is nearly there with 20 seconds to go. And there we go. So let's take that one out. I can actually remove the, turn it off now. Now you say you might see some burning on the bottom of the paper. Don't worry about that. My other heat press used to do that. That's no worries whatsoever. And let's just pick off that and undo that. And as you can probably see there's my Retro Restore mug in all its glory. And I'm sure you'd agree, 3 very colourful mugs, all printed on my new Galaxy Pro mug press with great gloss definition, as you can probably see there, for images, wording, and also for logos and stuff like that. And as you can see, various colour bands there have come out all solid colours without any blurring, any streaking or whatever, and any smudging. Well, there you go. Hope that little review there was of some use to you, and that just shows you how we actually print our mugs using the software, the printer, and now the mug press, what we use. It seems nice and easy to use. It actually takes up less space on our worktop anyway. The other one we had was a lot squarer. Yeah, it seems to be doing the job. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this little review. Thanks very much, and don't forget to check out my other mug printing videos, and also take a look at the Subliblanks website, where they'll be able to inform you more about this press in more depth. Okay then, thanks very much. Bye for now.